What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a video recapping what I actually sold and bought for investment in the month of May. Yeah, sorry I haven't been making video. Last week I was actually in Tokyo. I did visit some card stores. There it might actually be cheaper to buy things online than in the actual card stores, because I realized that a lot of the card stores are actually selling a lot of the stuff at MSRP rather than under MSRP. So you might actually get a better deal if you can find some online seller selling certain Japanese booster box and so on. Whereas for the single cards, I mean, the price is it's around 5-10% lower than what is usually listed, but it is definitely not enough for people to flip it on eBay or anything because of the transaction fees and the eBay fees. So yeah, so let's take a look. There's a long list of things that I've actually sold this month, and the idea is to offload certain items that I've actually hold for quite a long time, and I realize that it won't actually go up much in price anymore. I need to clear up some space in my warehouse, and some of these things just they simply isn't like I don't really see a good future for it, and I will explain my rationale. So this is gonna be a bit of a longer video. I'm gonna explain my rationale and as to why I sold it. Was this actually a good price or not, and so on. All right. So in general, I actually sold. If you want, you can pause the screen. I actually sold around 5,000 US dollar worth of cards. From what you can see here, I don't just collect Pokemon cards. I mean, I collect Pokemon cards, but I do invest in other form of card game, such as Magic the Gathering, such as Union Arena, Grand Archive, Dragon Ball Super. Pretty much all the mainstream card game. I do have a bit of a stake in it, but my main passion and my main love is for Pokemon. So yeah. And to be very honest, all the other card games are not doing bad. I mean, the profit margin is still there. It's just not as crazy as Pokemon. So yeah, let's see what I bought. I actually bought very very little, and I actually bought the same thing that I did last month. I actually only bought one booster case of 151 at around 980 US dollar, and one booster case of Shining Treasure EX. This time a little cheaper at 630 US dollar. So I spent around 1,600 US dollar for these, and so we can see that in April I actually overspent, but in May I have a gain, so it balances out to be around 3,000 US dollar total profit. Now, the $3,000, I'm not gonna spend it. I'm not gonna spend it on luxury goods in life and stuff. These money will be actually reinvested into future sets, and I do anticipate that a good set will be released very very soon. Most likely at the end of this year. So definitely, I'm trying to accumulate a bunch of money in order to go like all in to just buy 10, 20, 30 cases of that one thing. Before you guys comment and say, "Oh my God, collect Pokemon! You don't even have money. You need to sell stuff to have money." No, the purpose of this is to keep it self-sustainable. All right. So let's see what I sold. So these 7-Eleven exclusive blister pack back in 2018 was very common. Like basically, you can pretty much pick it up at any convenience store. I can't exactly remember how much they were sold for. I think I did buy it slightly under MSRP. I mean, I'm gonna pull up the calculator. Give me a second. I'm gonna assume these were like $4, $4. Yeah, basically it's just a little bit more expensive than the two booster packs plus a promo card, so it's like $4. The booster packs here, SM7A, it's not that popular, but the other one, the SM7, which has the Rayquaza in it, it's very, very, very popular. And you can't, there isn't a booster box around. You can't actually find a booster box. I mean, on eBay, there might be one or two selling for around 2,000 US dollars. So this is like the next best thing. And these packs are so rare that you can rarely see them on eBay. If you do see them on eBay, it is me selling it because I do think I have 30, 40 of these just lying around. Yeah, back then I just bought like entire boxes and boxes of these. I think each box contained like 12 blister, something along that line. Um, I actually haven't found them yet. I've only found some of them, so I will be selling some of these because they're selling at a very, very good price. Now, this is another card. I mean, this is not the exact card, but Dragon Ball Super, I always like these autograph cards. I actually have two of them, so I think that, it's time to let one of them go. So, the price, it's very, it's better than what it was before. I mean, way before it was really high, and then it dropped to really low, and then now it recovered a little bit, so that's why I think it's a good time to sell this one off. I got this for really, really cheap. I think like $60, $70. It was an expensive card back then. So, yeah. The next product, talking about failure. This is one of the bigger failure that I have actually done, and this is also the reason why I'm quite hesitant into investing into One Piece cards, and especially into the specialty sets of One Piece, which is going to be released in July, called PRBO1. Because this was a Digimon specialty set. This was the first specialty set called EX01. And, the Dragon Ball Super specialty set called Tournament of Power did really well. So I was thinking, maybe the Digimon Japanese EX01, which is, the first special set, will do very well. No, it didn't. It tanked the day it was released. So I still have like 3 or 4 sitting around collecting dust. So I've decided to let some of them go because it takes up space and it will never really go up. And Digimon, it's at a place where it's I'm slightly concerned. I mean, I'm slightly concerned whether it will actually grow back again because One Piece is so dominating in Japan. So, that's why I'm selling this one off for sure. I will most likely sell other ones off because I have a few cases and so on. The next product is quite interesting. These are the Dragon Ball Cardass Premium Set Volume 8. From time to time, Bandai actually would release these old cards where you can actually, these are the old nostalgic cards that you used to be able to get from a machine. You put like $1 or $2 in and you twist and the card comes out. So these are like, what do you call it? Like a collector sets, which they re-release a lot of these old cards. They are not particularly rare, but Bandai do periodically releases these, but it is hard to find one if you need to find one because people don't really invest in these cards. But seeing that there is a very strong PSA 9 version that was sold for $99 US, I'm tempted to open some of mine just to grade them. I actually didn't even know PSA would grade them. So yeah. Alright, the next thing we have is some Dragon Ball Super. The older Dragon Ball Super. Not the Fusion one, but the B17. Not all the Dragon Ball Super booster boxes do well. Some of them do really, really bad. And to be very honest, a lot of them has calmed down and returned to a much more affordable price. I've pretty much missed the boat on selling some of these Dragon Ball Super cards. I still remember the first set. I actually bought 2 boxes of the first set thinking that this might actually do well. I think it's called the Galactic Universe, the Galactic something. Yeah, so clearly Dragon Ball Super is going to be something like Digimon. It's going to hang around, but it's not going to go all crazy for another 2 or 3 years, unless there's any big changes. And I mean, to be very honest, even when uh, Akira died, it did boost Dragon Ball a little bit, but it's just not there. The player base, the collector base is simply not there to support the large supply. So yeah, so I've decided to sell some of these off as well. This one was really sad. The volume one did really well. I actually didn't order or buy any. The volume two I thought would do well. It actually did well at release, and look at it now. It's like $30. So I mean, what can you say? So I would say that overall, Pokemon is the safer form of investment in terms of TCG. I mean, I've dealt with many different TCGs, and over time, I do think that you do need a bit of there's a higher risk in all these other TCG. Grand Archive, yes, I got a lot of these starter kits, so I'm dumping some of them out slowly one by one. Grand Archive is growing very, very slowly but strongly, so I think that eventually, I will keep some of them because I do think that there might be some potential in this card game. Union Arena. So Union Arena is a Bandai thing that I think is going to be released in English very, very soon. Um, the Japanese side has been running for around a year and a half to 2 years now, and it really depends on the set. I mean, some set does really, really well. So, for example, Jujutsu, when they're gonna get a new season or something like that, a popular anime like Demon Slayer, they will do really, really well. But other sets that are not as popular, like Code Geass or something like that, yeah. But like I said, I need some space, so I've decided to move some of these products and streamline my portfolio. Well, Hidden Fates art pack. You can actually consider selling art packs. I have some of these loose packs lying around. You might think that, hey, like Pokemon, each one of them, isn't it selling for like $18, $19? Yeah, but if you think about mailing them and then you think about, the eBay fees, you end up netting around $12 to $15 per booster packs, which is really not bad if you actually bought Hidden Fates really, really early on. But yeah, I would rather sell it as a lot rather than individual packs. And a lot of the Hidden Fates products are actually very bulky. So the Rayquaza Ultra Premium Box, for example, or the Pokeball, the Ultra Ball and the Great Ball, Metagross, and Zorak Box, they're really, really bulky. So it might actually be worth it to just break it up and sell it as art set. Yeah. All right, next product here. This one is actually a CD-ROM. Actually, it's the Magic of the Gathering core game CD-ROM, and it contains 6 individual, CDs. Well, this is display, right? So there's 6 of them inside. It's I think it was edition 9th or 8th. That's it was a really, really long time ago. I actually picked this up at a toy or like a wholesale like kind of thing, where a lot of people bring old things and then seller sells them. The MTG just caught my eye, and then I just walked over, and they were selling this entire case for like $12. I'm like, you know what? There might be something in there. So I bought like 4 of them, and they're really heavy. They're really bulky. Um, there isn't a super rare card except for a promo card inside, from what I know. The promo card is actually sought after. And that's pretty much it. So I've decided to offload some of these. Yeah. Ikoria Commander set. So basically I've got this Commander set. I just wanted to let it go. That's pretty much it. Double Master VIP edition, same thing. Letting it go. I do invest a lot in. I do invest some money in Magic the Gathering, especially very good sets. But I don't like the way how um, Magic the Gathering. It's you have to sink a lot of money in it. Each booster box are more expensive at release, and specialty sets like for example Modern Horizon 3 for example, those are way more expensive than just regular sets. And even with those regular sets like Thunder Junction and stuff, they're still a little pricey in comparison to Pokemon, and the growth rate is not as much. So I am very selective in the type of MTG products that I do hold. So One Piece, yeah. So One Piece is something that I am very, how would I say it? I'm very eager to dive into it, but at the same time I'm very cautious in diving into it. So this is one of my earlier attempts to dive into One Piece, and this is the One Piece card game premium collection, the girls edition. So there's actually two variations of this. This is the For Asia version, which was re-released very recently, whereas the original Bandai version doesn't actually have the For Asia logo. And the For Asia logo is not just on the binder, but they're actually stamped it onto the cards as well. In terms of which one is more rare, it's just that I think that the For Asia one, because they just re-released it, there seems to be a lot more. But over time, I do think that not a lot of there isn't a lot of these floating around. And there was a time when these are selling for around $200 per binder. The price has already dropped back down to around $40 to $50. But I do think that once people get a hold of these, they will actually go back up, because I mean these are like really strong waifu, and yeah, they're really pretty cards. And I do think that people will just take these up once they know that these are actually available and the price are actually quite affordable. A lot of these products I've actually have wholesale price for these, so that's that. Um, yeah, and the next thing that you want to look at is this one. So these are the team up blister packs, and what I want to tell you is that sometimes you don't actually have to buy the things at release to profit. Is it more risky? It is, but at the same time, you don't have to wait as long. So I actually bought an entire blister case of 288 blister from Collector Cash back in 2021. I bought it for $2,000. You can see it, and you can do the math right now. How much are they worth? Initially, I bought it not because of the team up. Actually, I bought it because I really liked the Pikachu card. I won like 144 of that Pikachu. And I was trying to get a PSA 10 copy with swirls. Because the Japanese one was really expensive, because these two cards are actually released in a special box in Japan. So I bought an entire case, and I actually didn't expect the team up booster packs to do that well, but here I am. Yes, so I will continually be selling some of these blister packs, because I just have like 288. There's a lot of them. And yeah, the other stuff are boring. I mean, you have the Evolving Skies. Everyone knows about this. I will most likely stop selling Evolving Skies booster box right now, because I think the price has stagnated. And usually after stagnation, people need time to digest this price. And after this price is digested, people realize that it's not going to go down. People are going to buy it. And when people start buying it again, the price will start going up again. So I will be holding my Evolving Skies booster boxes, and I'm going to wait for the next hype in order to sell it and cash out for extra cash. So yeah, that's my take, and I think that the reason is that I will also stop buying 151 booster boxes, but I will continue to look for good deals for Shining Treasure EX, because Shining Treasure EX is really not a bad set, and the price of it now being around 30-40 US dollar per booster box is way underpriced, and you know it only takes certain people to buy it out for the market to start going up again. So I think that I will be diverting some money into buying the Shining Treasure EX because it's just so dirt cheap. It's so easy to double your money, and the value of the cards inside it's quite high as well. So that's that. Um, what else? Yeah, Night Wanderers. In the English version, something Fable. Those I will be buying some. But those are for, just for my purchase purposes. I will start buying more English cards again, because I do see some potential in Scarlet and Violet right now. Um, I do have a gut feeling that certain set like SV02, the Paldea Evolve, those are gonna do really well. But my only concern is that there may be reprints, so you have to watch out for that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Let me know in the comment section. Which product surprised you about the price or whatever, right? So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye bye.